Senator McGrath.
Thank you, Mr Acting Deputy President. And Merry Christmas to you, Mr Acting Deputy President. I should say that, in case this is the last time I speak here. So a Merry Christmas to a Merry Christmas to everyone. But the biggest barnacle to getting the budget back under control is the Labor Party. And it's the Labor Party who are the ones causing all the budget issues that we're facing here at the moment. The Labor Party and their friends in the Greens. This axis of just saying no. They're saying no to everything. And this party.
Order. Order on my left.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you. No to $5.8 billion worth of cuts that you proposed yourselves. So you've done this amazing somersault there. The Labor Party should go to the Olympics. You should go to the Olympics, or even the Commonwealth Games, even the Tasmanian Games, and you'd get a gold medal. You'd get a very gold medal. But in this Christmas spirit, I really would like to thank Senator Moore for allowing us to have this debate, because it was supposed to be listed yesterday, and sadly, for whatever reasons, we couldn't have it.
Order on my left. Senator Polly.
Because I think, thank you, Senator
Polly.
They need an extra 24 hours for their arguments. They had to get on Google.
Order. Resume your seat, Senator McGrath. Senator Polly, I did my best to prevent people from interjecting when you were speaking. I asked you to show the same respect. Senator McGrath.
Thank you, Mr Acting Deputy President. I think the Labor senators have been very naughty boys and girls. And I tell you what, Santa Claus will not be visiting Labor Party households this year, because he's going to be checking his list twice to see whether you're being naughty or nice, and you're being very, very naughty. Very naughty. So if you're lucky, you'll get a nice lump of Queensland coal in your stockings. And as for the Greens, you'll get some nice gender-neutral coal in your stockings to play with. And this is what we're talking about. Because
Senator,
the Greens who weren't happy... The Greens who weren't happy with destroying...
Order, Senator Polly. Continue, Senator McGrath.
Because the Greens who weren't happy with destroying the economic future of Australian children have decided to try and destroy Christmas for them. They want to take Christmas away from children by bringing nonsense about having gender-neutral toys for children. What children want for Christmas? Children want a cuddle, and they just want some toys to play with. They don't want dogma from the Greens. They don't want sort of leftist tripe from puritanical Grinches. Imagine waking up in a Green household at Christmas. You'd have some sort of androgynous Daleks, and you'd have malevolent Barbies, and you'd have a mutant Peppa Pig. I couldn't think of anything worse than waking up in a Green household. Well, and then getting the presents afterwards. Oh, you'd be very, very confused. But let's get back to talking about this economy. Let's get back to what Labor have done to this economy. Let's get back to that big barnacle known as the Labor Party. The Labor Party that has destroyed this country economically and destroyed it through their poor economic management. And it started with Kevin Rudd. And it started with Kevin Rudd because he said he was an economic conservative. Well, we have many different Kevin Rudds. This is, I think, the first Kevin Rudd. And this was in, and I'm going to quote to you a speech, lines from a speech. I'll give you the date, 14th of November 2007. And it was at the Labor campaign launch in Brisbane. Crime scene, this where he gave this speech, a pure crime scene. And he said, "Today I'm saying loud and clear that this sort of reckless spending must stop. I am determined that any commitments I make are first and foremost economically responsible." He made this big show and dance like a Las Vegas showgirl that he was some type of economic conservative. He was anything but. As soon as he got into office, because it is in the DNA of the Labor Party, get into office and they can't control themselves. I feel sorry for them. I think they need counselling or some type of help. They get into office and they spend. Because if you look at the history of this country, it is the Labor Party, now with their good friends in the Greens, who constantly destroy the economy. We look at 1931, we had to get in after Joseph Stalin and clean up the mess. We look at 1949, when we just stopped the Labor Party from trying to nationalise the banks. Imagine the damage that would have done to the economy. 1975, with the damage that Gough Whitlam, Saint Gough, that what he did with that 3-year Labor administration, that Labor administration that was, compared to the administration in this country between 2007 and 2013, probably quite a good administration, but it is the second worst Labor government on record. Then we have the Hawke-Keating government that left this country in 1996 with $96 billion worth of debt, and then we come into 2013, and once again the cavalry come along, and we have the Liberals and the Nationals, the coalition, getting elected to clean up Labor's mess. Because it is Labor's mess in terms of failing to understand actually how to run a business and how to look at profit and loss sheets, but also in terms of what they should be, because you know what? Because they're all union barons. Thank you, Senator O'Sullivan. All union barons who are very good at spending other people's money. When I say other people's money, spending their union members' money. So they get into power now and they go, oh, it's like they win Gold Lotto every Saturday night when Labor in power, because they think we've got all this money to spend and we can spend it on all their crazy schemes. Let's talk about the carbon tax in terms of how that didn't work. Let's talk about how it destroyed the Australian economy. Let's talk about the mining tax, the world's craziest tax since the Georgians talked about it, and it had the window tax. This tax raised very, very little money. The carbon tax, it was a tax on families who wanted to have things like electricity, so they could operate televisions and operate fans and turn the oven on, and refrigerators. Thank you, Senator Smith. It was a tax on the cost of living. It was a tax on families. This is why this budget is in trouble. It is not because of anything on this side of the chamber. It's because of the barnacles that are the Labor Party and the Green Party and the damage they have done to this country. And on that, I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you all in 2015.
Thank you, Senator McGrath.